It isn't my imagination, is it? Doesn't the side of Salah's face closest to Chantal look a lot elongated and a lot slimmer? I wonder why. Bit puzzling. So I guess the whole side, that side from that side of his face where it's looking similar to Chantal's face, that whole lot is not actually the real picture, because the side of his face is bigger, and of course Chantal's face is larger. Methinks some dirty dealings going on there. Who knows? And here she is answering some questions, answering more questions. This is part 2. The questions themselves might be, kosher, might be correct, might be right, might be truthful. But her answers, maybe none of those things. After all, it is Chantal.
I'll get there. So let's get to it. All right, so just going to continue with the questions.
Go on then.
Gorl World Oracle asks, question, why haven't you sought out paid partnerships and sponsors? There are apps you can join that will help with that.
Because nobody would want to sponsor her.
So there's like a few reasons.
Because of a nasty background.
One of those reasons is that I don't really like advertising other people's products.
Rubbish.
Unless I really, unless it's something that I really enjoy. For example, Lush, which doesn't happen because they don't really do sponsorship.
You have to be clean and hygienic.
I just really don't
for Lush.
Enjoy it.
No.
It's not something that, I can't be fake about it. Like I can't.
No, you'd have to shower.
If I don't really like it. Maybe in the past I was more enthusiastic about it as a new YouTuber. I used to do things like Teamy and all that. Although Teamy, I did drink their tea, so I did like some of their products. But I'm not going to promote a company if I don't use their products. I do get emails from companies. I think one was like a protein cereal, and I was like, I wouldn't eat that. So why am I going to advertise it just for money?
Money.
So that's not something I do.
That's the thing that fuels you.
I think they expect you to have kind of a more cleaner image. When it comes to
cleaner image, definitely. Totally yeah.
So, and whatever, I'm totally fine not promoting any companies. It's just something I'm not.
I bet they're totally fine with that also.
I will comment on from Kimby. Oh, and thank you, the previous person, for your question. I love the direction your channel was going up to the B-Day when you met Frank. The interaction between you and the audience seemed very sincere, and the chemistry was awesome. You seemed more genuine and even happy a lot of times. It would be so awesome to one day see a reunion where the face
is that a B-Day?
Where we can face call and we can put faces to names.
B-Day.
Thank you, Kimby, for your comment. So I
think it was a birthday.
I was thinking about this a lot.
Yeah.
And I sometimes do miss things about
it's a coincidence, isn't it?
How I used to do my content and everything. Obviously,
half naked.
But mentally, spiritually,
fully naked.
Everything is so different about me.
Of course it
Not
is.
personality-wise, I still, I'm kind
You're
of
still evil and nasty.
Struggle a lot with
you still lie.
Mental health problems and with anger issues and things like that, and being triggered and stuff like that.
Mental health.
Much. I mean, I'm doing.
It's quite different to be
not lashing out every
have a horrible personality, Chantal.
The type of life I had then attracted a certain audience. Right now I'm in a transition.
Imagine if all those people unsubscribed.
Or has been blocked, yes, because a lot of it was a trolling. A lot of it was sometimes, when I wasn't in my right state of mind.
You built your channel on it now.
A lot, and I documented all of that a lot. I was going through an abusive relationship. I was going through
way before Nada. You were disgusting.
And I just needed an audience. To vent to open up to.
You needed a lot more than an audience, dear.
And I'm not saying that an audience is a replacement for medical therapy. That's not what I'm saying, but it still helped me. So I had a community of people there for me, and I really appreciate that at that time.
How about unaliving animals when you drove over them and laughing about it?
I don't know where people say that I'm not happy. I think it's just speculation. You don't really see what's going on when the camera's off. But I'm a lot more at peace right now with
Are
my life.
you?
I enjoy that I'm not on any substances. I enjoy that.
You
yes, I still struggle
came
with food,
straight
but
off
that I
those
think will always be the
drugs,
case.
didn't you?
I'm
Legal and
a lot happier in a lot of
illegal.
different ways. So
Cold turkey,
the
as they
audience,
say.
dynamic is not the same as it was. I understand that it might have been it was a lot more fun back then for certain people.
And
but
for
I think
you?
I'm just, growing up, and I'm just, yes, at my fine ripe
40.
age. But I think maturing as a person has nothing to do with
Cover your
age
eyebrows,
or chronological
Chantal.
age at all. We see that a lot on here online.
No
So
hair, remember.
I'm trying to mature even more and do. My life is gonna take
Maturing at
different
all
direction.
would be an improvement.
I never expected it to go this way, but I'm very happy that this is the path that's been set out for me, and I'm going to embrace every moment of it. So while I do miss some things, it's nice to look back and go, oh, this was funny, that's the extent it goes for me, really. And anyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome as long as you're respectful. If you say something to me, like, I know a lot of people were upset about being blocked and it's isolating your audience. It's isolating a part of audience that's been toxic a lot of the time and doesn't want the best for me. So for me,
toxic from the head down.
It helps me mentally. So
like I said with El
and as a
Shami.
creator, I have a right to do that. I have a right to choose who I want in this space.
Of course you do.
At any time that I find suitable.
And they have the right to unsubscribe, don't they?
Thank you for your question, Kimby. All right, Indica Brownie asked, how difficult was the decision to become a revert? What has been the biggest challenge in that process? I'm always curious about different religions and how they came to be. Also, why is it referred to as a revert and not a convert? Sorry if that's a stupid question. Well, Indica Brownie, I'm not going to lie and say there's no such thing as stupid questions, because there are, but yours is not one of them. It's never stupid to ask about something that you don't have much understanding of.
You're not an expert on it, are you?
These kind of questions. I'm still learning myself.
Of course you are, after a couple of months.
I'm a new revert. But the short answer is no, it wasn't difficult. Okay, I should say yes and no, it is. The decision to... You did it for a man. To become Muslim, to take the Shahada, was not the difficult part. That
all
was
for a man.
Because, you basically just need
not
to
for God.
You need to have basic understanding of Islam, but you also need to accept and swear to the fact that there's only one God and that Muhammad is his messenger. So I completely agree with that. The hard part for me is I want to be a good Muslim, but it's very, very hard. Certain things, keeping my character, not breaking my character, not letting hate and anger into my heart, things like this.
But that is your character.
I'm wearing light makeup, but
hate
rules,
and anger.
There's guidelines set by Allah.
You are wearing makeup and you are using filters.
Challenging, and I'm sure most Muslims feel this way. So I'm just trying to do my best and repent when I can on service to Allah. Thank you, Indica Brownie, for your question. I hope that answers it. Chickadee.
No, you didn't answer the question. Why is it a revert and not a convert?
Did you ever think of putting out a special fragrance with Salah? Can he have a special scent made to order, or does he only have access to pre-made perfumes? Because that would be cool if you could have special scent of your own creation mixed and sold.
Yeah.
Chickadee, I don't know if you saw,
fresh
we do have
sewer rats.
A Beezer perfume. It's in the room. It's a rose vanilla scent. He does have a warehouse where
fresh
him and his business partner
sewer rats.
And they make the fragrances themselves. They mix the fragrances with different scents, different essential oils, different.
They have no pharmacy chemistry degrees, have they?
All the mixers. They have scales. Like he does everything. Like they do everything themselves.
Buy them, and the bottles are likely to go whoosh.
Like, oh, what is that? It's like a new fragrance. So he does have that. So yeah, he can make a requested scent for sure. He can try to. So the Beezer perfume was just for fun.
No.
My favorite scent that he makes is rose vanilla. So he sells just to markets here in Kuwait. He doesn't ship internationally, so we're not looking to sell to anybody right now.
Really?
I don't know. I know a lot of you want to try the perfume, so maybe inshallah one day we can get you guys some samples or something.
Most of us don't. No thanks.
To profit off of selling internationally or anything like that.
Really?
He's doing well in Kuwait, so, mashallah. And
yeah, keep it there.
Yeah, but the short answer is yes, he can make any scents he wants to. They're not pre-made. Squeaky From, do you think it was necessary for you to become Muslim to marry Salah? Like,
yes.
If he was fine with you not converting, would you have been fine marrying him as you were? So I actually made the choice to become Muslim Salah is
You
Muslim,
couldn't have lived with
but it
him
wasn't like a requirement. Like,
otherwise,
at first when I met him, I was like, you know, I'm Christian.
without
Is that a
marrying him and
problem?
conversing.
And he was like, no, that's totally fine. Christians, you know, and Muslims can marry. I mean, a Muslim woman has to marry a Muslim man, but you know, as a Christian woman, I could marry a Muslim man.
I think
and vice versa. So
you might find that Salah's situation is different.
It was a conversation though, like, you know, he would have just loved for
as
me
a
to,
non-resident of Kuwait.
Islam and become Muslim. So I kind of just
a
like,
non-citizen,
made that decision on my
I should
own.
say.
So it wasn't a requirement for him to do it. Just like wearing hijab is, you know, he prefers me to be covered, of course. But if I was like,
yeah, I bet he does.
I don't want to do this. I think he would be okay with it. Especially like I'm not required to be Muslim. This is all my own spiritual learning on my own. But him being Muslim really helps. We do prayer together. It's really nice.
How come you converted straight away without even picking the crown up then?
So
yeah, you did it for a man.
Also a cultural
you admitted it
as well. A lot of this, Kuwait has become a lot more open than a lot of different countries. You know, so in the Middle East. So I think
he's the world traveller.
Not covered. I honestly, in public, have yet to see so many. Most of the women I see are dressed in black and they wear niqab. That's like the majority of the women I see here.
Yeah, well, you should.
Muslim women. But there are some who are more, you know, have different ideologies.
You said you were going to wear the niqab.
You know, it's traditionally Muslim women are ordered by Allah to cover at least their hair.
No, they're not.
Cover their body, their hair, dress modest. So, or be veiled. So I think he would prefer me to cover myself. But I don't think it would be like
I think
super
you might find that God doesn't stipulate that women should be dressed in black from head to toe.
Donnie asked, thank you for your question. Donnie asked, cost of living in Kuwait. The cost of living in Kuwait is...
Well, you don't go shopping, do you?
Canada.
Salah does it all.
We don't have to pay taxes here. Like, there's no income tax, there's no sales tax.
You never paid any in Canada.
So
you're in debt in
Canada. You can find apartments for a lot cheaper than in Canada as well, like a lot cheaper. Of course, petrol, gas is so cheap. It's maybe like $20 on like a 6-cylinder. His Honda's like 6-cylinder. It's like $20 for like a week of like straight
That's driving. Because they've got so much oil.
So it's so cheap, but it's an oil.
So
country,
much
right?
oil and nothing else.
Food is cheaper, a lot cheaper. You can get like a bag of 100 falafel. Is falafel? I don't know. What's the plural of falafel?
Oh, good. That's good news for you, isn't it?
You know when you say something so much. Anyway, so for like, I think it's like 1 kd, so like $4 for like 100 falafels. Where I used to get like 6 for like what, $10. So it's like super more affordable in a lot of ways. Gold is cheaper and it's higher quality carats.
Doesn't look as though yours is.
Like this is 21 karat gold.
Doesn't look it.
It's you know, super affordable in a lot of ways for sure. Pretty much mostly everything. Kanita Metovic asked, where do you plan to travel? So inshallah, we want to go to KSA or Saudi Arabia. We want to go travel around the Middle East, different parts of the Middle East.
I thought you said Thailand.
I don't know, maybe Bahrain, Qatar, like fully explore it. I've been there like in transit from the one airport to another, but it looks like a really cool place too. Maybe UAE, like Dubai.
You need money.
Singapore, Malaysia,
you still got debts.
Maldives. We want to go to like, if I get really fit, if I successfully get super fit to a point where I could trek a long enough way, we both want to really do Everest Base Camp. You know, my brother has this weird dream of wanting to go see Everest, and he does too. So that'll be my celebratory trip. Yeah, I'm afraid of that little plane crashing, but I guess I can take something for that. Midnight, thank you for your question. Midnight Majesty asked, what do you use to edit your videos? So I use KindMaster. I've been using KindMaster mobile. I use, just like honestly, lay in bed and edit on my, laying down on KindMaster. And I use PixArt for my thumbnails. Now, Salah uses Filmora Wondershare for his gaming videos. And, but he sits and does it, but I like to lay down, so, you know.
Of course you did.
Oh, and it's affordable. I don't remember exactly how much it was. It just comes off of my credit card, like, automatically, so I don't really...
Credit card? I thought you only had a debit card.
Jack, Douglas, Peter, if you could live anywhere in the world except Kuwait or Canada, where would you live? Honestly, I'm going to answer that, but between Kuwait and Canada, I think would be perfect. I think that would be perfect. I would probably want to live in the UAE, or I definitely like living in the Middle East.
Yeah, the Middle East. Always, Chantal?
Either Canada or the Middle East is probably where I would want to live, for sure. I'm not really sure. Like, I haven't really explored other countries.
So when one man drops you, you can
maybe there's some
fish
cool
for
European
another.
countries that would be nice to live in, but definitely between Canada and the Middle East would be cool. Jules, hey sweetie, I understand women in Kuwait have to wear hijabs, but is that all the time or just in public? I'm asking because I notice you wear yours in your videos from home as well, so I'm just curious. Thanks, and just keep on doing you, girl. So here, hijab is not a requirement. Somebody did answer to that as well. Lulu, I'm a Kuwaiti. Just letting you know that wearing a hijab in Kuwait and as a Muslim is not mandatory. It's a
it's not.
Face. So yes, that's true. But wearing a hijab as a Muslim, from my understanding and opinion, is that, you know, it's in the Quran.
You're wearing it because you're bald.
By Allah to be veiled as a woman.
Face it.
So this is why I choose to do it. But it's not mandatory. That person is right. It's not mandatory. Like, you don't have to be veiled.
You don't.
There's no morality police who will come and arrest you. So it's more open. And, you know, other people have different interpretations of the Quran. So who am I to judge that? But for me personally,
nobody.
Anytime I am being seen by somebody who is not my husband or blood family member.
Well, that's not going to happen over there, is it?
So that's why we're in the home when I'm doing videos, because I'm being presented
your
to you guys,
blood family,
and I have to cover for that reason. Thanks for your question. Kiwi 33. Are you happy? That's all I want to know. I hope the answer is a giant yes. Kiwi 33. Thank you. I'm really confused at how a lot of people, and I'm not directing this at you, Kiwi, because I do peripherally hear and see that people question my happiness. You know, they think that I have to be back on my kitchen chair, you know, in my whole mess just to be, you know, or high or whatever, just to be happy. And I wasn't happy then at all. Yes, I would say with a ginormous yes. I am super, super happy. 100%.
Oh, it shows.
For sure. I mean, life still has ups and downs. I'm not going to be ecstatic.
It showed in your last barely covered rage.
New York Stiletto asked, have you been taking your medication properly? How does it work? Do you go to doctors to get prescriptions?
Well,
so, thank you for your question. So it's a bit different here. I think some medications require prescriptions, I should say. But honestly, the medications I need, my inhaler, which by the way takes Symbicort, inhaler for my asthma. And
brought about by your weight.
I actually came off of I'm on and off about antidepressants, but I have to realize I need them. Like,
you can't go on and off them.
Actually yesterday. So
after how long?
Literally, Salah will go into a pharmacy, any pharmacy here, and just say what I need. Like I said, I need Cipralex, 10 milligrams, for example. And
you were on escitalopram.
I'm surprised, but the pharmacist is very knowledgeable and will go through a lot of details, side effects, blah blah blah, all that stuff. You know, so they're
pharmacist isn't a doctor.
They really find what you need, but yeah, it's super affordable. It's like the name brand Cipralex in Canada was like $80 or something like that. Here it's like 4 KD, like, or something. Or like
is that the same as escitalopram? Or have you just changed your drug?
Yeah, like not very expensive, like 30 something. So like, I don't know. But yeah, so really not expensive at all. So different. And you can just walk into a pharmacy if they have it, and it's not something that's on their like controlled substance list. You know, I guess depression is pretty common, more common than I thought. So therapy is very, very, very pricey, but they do have a psychiatric hospital here. But these pills, I think, will, once I'm back on them, I honestly, that's why I feel tired when I first get back on them, and you know, it gets into my system again. But I have to, now that I have cheap, easy access to them, I'm just going to stay on them, because, you know, I'll do 10 milligrams until I start to feel they're not working anymore. And then honestly, when I would go for follow-up with a psychiatrist,
self-medicate, it's the way to go.
Just ask me the same basic questions the pharmacist would ask, you know, like, how do you feel, blah, 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 like little things like that anyone can ask, you know. So I'm very happy about that. Very, very happy. I need my medication. Like, I'm, if I'm not on it, it's like night and day for me. You can really tell. Like, I just, oh man, my mood swings are so crazy. And yeah, it's so hard for me to control my emotions. I'm working on it, but it's very hard. PR asked, when are you going home to Canada? I think I've answered this in like other ways.
Have you?
Other questions. A lot of the questions are the same. You guys want to know, am I happy here? When am I going home? I don't have a foreseeable date when I'm going home. I don't know. Everything is like just, I plan on being here for a while. We plan on doing some traveling. I'm not sure when I'll go visit home. I'm still not sure. So, but I'll let you guys know updates when I find out. Thanks, PR. Kanita Metovic asked, how did you and Salah meet? How long did you know each other before marrying? Okay, so the short of it is we met in October, the beginning of October, and we married at the beginning of November. Near the beginning of November.
So you'd known each other for a month? I thought you said it was only, well, maybe.
1 month. We knew each other.
But you'd never met?
But I don't know. To me, there's no time frame to falling in love. Sometimes it's instant. Sometimes
he asked you to marry him after 2 days on Tinder.
Sure, it takes time. But I kind of just do things fast. I kind of live fast. And
marry in haste, repent at leisure.
A lot of people will think it's not, it's just BS because it sounds so, it sounds far-fetched. But honestly, I put my number on WhatsApp. I was fed up. I stopped looking at DMs. I said, I'm tired.
Tinder.
God, please send me somebody who will take care of me and be the opposite of the...
I thought you said that in Cuba.
Partner I was with before that.
And you had Renee.
I'm tired of these random meaningless datings and whatever else. The very next, I woke up to a WhatsApp message from someone.
The very next day.
Sweet, sweet.
Isn't that wonderful?
It was just
look at look at the eyes. Look,
we spent hours
trying to think what to say.
So I would say it was condensed. Yes, it was a short amount of time, timeline-wise. But each day we would video and spend time getting to know each other for the whole day, hours and hours and hours.
He asked you to marry him on the second day.
Closer together with every hour we spent together. So it felt a lot longer that I knew him because.
I bet it feels a lot longer to him now.
Spent together. So yeah, but it was basically a month, and then I was married. Which honestly is not something totally out of character for myself. I don't know. Mimi, this is a joke one, and I'm going to end with this one for now.
Good.
Mimi's a beezer who makes me laugh. See, I love beezers who make me laugh. I don't... I need people there for me in my circle who just unconditionally will just be there for me. People like that in life are rare. It's not that they have to agree with everything you do, but people don't, people who don't make you feel bad or berate you or are just there for you or make you laugh. I like people like that in my life, What did Sears ever do to you? I made a comment about Sears, a derogatory comment about people wearing clothes from Sears. And I was angry, so I just said it, I think I have a vendetta against Sears because I used to have to wear the clothes so often, between that and JCPenney as a kid.
Oh, because they don't go up to your size, maybe.
My step-grandmother would always, even my mom, they would take me to Sears a lot. Sears was, the thing back when I was growing up. I was born in 1984. So the mall would have a Sears. Every mall would have a Sears. They have, one department store in every huge mall. Well, ours was Sears or JCPenney. So Sears, they always made me wear the ugliest. To me, I didn't care about clothes. I wanted Barbies. So I was always all these clothes, kids' clothes are ugly. They're all matching, purple top, purple corduroys, or stirrup pants. You remember those? So I didn't like getting clothes. So I would always they would always make me bypass the Barbie section and go for the clothes because I needed clothes, right? Every school season starting. And Sears was just so drabby to me. There was just something about it. It was department store drabby. Everything was beige, brown, appliances, clothes. I saw the toy departments sometimes, but I didn't get a Barbie every time we went, and I always wanted a Barbie.
And they didn't compliment your beauty, clearly.
It makes me nostalgic to remember the juice, the grape and red juice in those coolers, and rice pudding, cafeteria rice pudding or Jello, and then just fries with lumpy gravy. Yeah, the food was pretty crappy, so I don't know. There's just something about Sears that just I don't like. I don't know what it is. But same with Zellers. Kmart, Zellers, Sears. I don't know.
This is content. This is nonsense.
I just don't like it. I don't know why. Although, growing up, my favorite show was Today's Special, and it took place in a department store. So, and even that one was a beige, boring department store.
Look how long this has gone on for.
I don't know.
Absolute rubbish.
Thanks, Mimi, for your question. Alright guys, so that's it for the Q&A.
Oh, good.
I don't know if I'll do another part soon.
No, don't
bother.
bother.
On the editing of the vlogs that I've been wanting to put up for you guys. So
do some
we're gonna have, of
sketching,
course,
and then
more
I can do
activities on
some
the travel vlog,
sketching, and we'll see whose
and
is the best.
just mostly finishing up a lot of things left to do in Kuwait. There's a lot of things we didn't realize there are to do, so there's going to be some vlogs on
Sweeping the pavements,
and
collecting
so
rats,
just getting out more, showing you like the different culture
annoying the
of
cats.
Kuwait with museums and parks and different
brilliant.
cultural centers. There's the Grand Mosque. There's all kinds of different things that we have done and are going to continue
You're
to do.
greatly
There's
cultural.
also a more fun side of Kuwait, but there's also my channel here plan on doing more personal related things like, you know, day in the life and stuff like that, my Ramadan experience. So
well, you're not going to be doing much, are you, during Ramadan, stuck in that room? Never mind. Right, bye-bye.
I thank you for watching.
Bye-bye for now, chins.